we discuss for paper 4 at standard May-June 2021, mathematics at standard 0580 stroke 42. Okay, we go to question number 1A. A 2.5 liter tin of paint costs $13.50. In a sale, the cost is reduced by 14%. Work out the sale price of this tin of paint. Okay, untuk soalan macam ni, untuk mudahkan awak ialah kita terus calculate the multiplier for this situation. Okay, so since it's state about reduce means that decrease, so we take the 100% minus 40%, then we get 0.886%. okay, sorry, 0.86. so this is the multiplier, and then we will multiply with the original price, which is $13.50, then we get 11.61. Okay, we go to question 2. Work out the cost of buying 42.5 liters of paint at this sale price. Okay, so sale price regarding from first question just now, we get $11.61. okay, and then you find that 2.5 liter is actually for 11.61 cents. So we want to find for 42.5 liter. So first thing first, we calculate for 1 liter price. We divide by 2.5 for the price $11.61, and we get $4.64. that is the cost for 1 liter, and then we multiply with 42.5 liter, and then we get 197.37 cent. Okay, make sure that your currency in 2 decimal places. Okay, we go to question B. Henry buys some paint in the ratio red paint, white paint, and green paint in the ratio of 2 to 8 to 5. So we find the percentage that is white. Okay, we know that 8 over 15 times 100, so we get 53.3. okay, divide to the total ratio here. We go to the next one, 22.5 liter of paint. So now we want to find the green paint that he buys. So we take the ratio for the green paint, which is 5 over 15. And then we time is 22.5, they get 7.5 liters. Next question, question C. Maria paints a rectangular wall. The length of the wall is 20.5 meter and the height is 2.4 meter. Both correct to 1 decimal place. Okay, bila sebut pasal ni, ini ada kaitan dengan soalan limit of accuracy. Okay, so calculate the smallest number of 2.5 liter tins of paint she will need to be sure all the wall is painted. Sure of your working. Okay, bila kita nak cari the smallest number, maknanya satu tin tu ialah 2.5 liter. Okay, jadi sekarang kita nak tahu kita nak guna berapa tin. Paling minimum lah, paling minimum kita kena sediakan berapa tin supaya kita dapat painted all the wall. Okay, so sekarang ini untuk this wall kita kena dapatkan the maximum, adanya the upper bound of area. Okay, kena dapatkan upper bound of area. Sebab apa? In case lah kalau kata terlebih ke, at least cat tu cukup. Okay, jadi kat sini kita we find the upper bound for each length. So since stated that correct to decimal place, so we just put here 20.6 and 20.4. so the lower bound is 20.45, and then the upper bound is 20.55. so actually 1 decimal place is 0.1, and then we divide by 2, we get 0.05. so for the lower bound and upper bound, we plus minus 0.05. okay, so the next length is 2.4. We get the upper bound is 2.45 and the lower bound is 2.35. So the area here for the maximum, for the multiplication operation, we just take the upper bound times upper bound to find the maximum area for the operation multiplication. Okay, so 20.55 we times with 2.45, and then we get the area 50.3475 meters square. Okay, so now we find first, we know that 1 liter cover 10 meters square. So from this area, okay, we want to find how many liters are needed to paint this kind of area. Okay, so We take 0.3475 divide by 10, and then we get 5.03475 liters. So means that for this area we need 5.03475 liters of paint. Okay, so we know that 2.5 liter is for one tin, so we want to find how many tins, that the smallest number that we should use. So we divide the liters needed with 2.5 liters, and then we get 2.0139. Okay, so ini ialah bilangan tin maknanya kat sini kita tak boleh guna 2 tin lah, sebab kita masih perlukan 0.139. So the smallest number is 3, so we choose 3. Okay, kalau ambil 2 tin tak cukup. Okay, maknanya awak kena buy 3 tins. Okay, that one is for question number 1. Okay, for question number 2, the table shows some values for y equal to 2 times 0.5 to the power of x minus 1. So we complete the table first. Okay, make sure that you use this part. Okay, you key in, you insert the value of x properly. Okay, so now we choose 2 times 0.5, okay, to the power of, okay, sorry, this part, 2 times 0.5, okay, and then we choose power of, we substitute 0, we get this part 1. Okay, let's say I put 2 here. Okay, I tekan dulu, okay, press this part, and then minus with 1, then negative 1 over 2 or negative 0.5, saying we want to plot on a graph paper. So make sure that your value for y in decimal places. Okay, the maximum is 2 decimal places. Okay, for this part is equal to 1. Okay, and then we plot the graph. Okay, we plot the graph, and then we get this part. This is actually the looks of the graph. Okay, I'm using GeoGebra. Make sure you use your free-hand and joining the points smoothly. Okay, so sebab saya guna ni, saya tak dapat lukis dengan baik lah. So make sure bila awak lukis tu, make sure, okay, boleh guna flexible ruler juga in case tak boleh nak join all the points. Okay, so we get the part for the graph, and then we go to the next question. By drawing a suitable straight line, solve the equation 2 times 0.5 to the power of x plus 2x minus 3.5 equal to 0 for negative 1 until 2. Okay, for this part we know that the graph, the original graph, okay, bila drawing suitable line ni, maknanya kita kena draw another line on the same axis. Maknanya kita tumpang lukis di atas axis yang sama. Okay, so sekarang ni kita dia nak solve this equation. Okay, we know that 2 times 0.5x minus 1 is equal to 1. Okay, so y plus 1. So y plus 1 is actually equal to 2 times 0.5 to the power of x. So this one is 2 plus y plus 1. So y plus 1 plus 2x minus 3.5 equal to 0. So this is the equation. So awak kena rearrange dia dapatkan bentuk straight line. Okay, y equal to mx plus c. Bila soalan solving ni, memang you kena deduce, you kena substitute semualah everything supaya last kali awak akan dapat satu bentuk straight line. Okay, so ni kena substitute lah daripada equation graph yang asal. Okay, so kita dapat this part, y equal to negative 2x plus 2.5. So this is the equation for the straight line. Okay, so we draw on the same axis. Okay, bila draw mesti ada points. Bila draw mesti ada points. Kalau sketching tak kisah, tak ada points. Asalkan dapat bentuk tu dah betul lah. Okay, bila drawing you have to know the points. So ambil lah beberapa points when x equal to 0 and also when y equal to 0, and then we substitute, we get 2.5 and 1.25, and then substitute x equal to 2, and then we get negative 1.5. Okay, the intersection part, that is the solution for this equation. Okay, so from this line I got 1.35, so the answer is between 1.3 until 1.4. Okay, so I get 1.35, so still correct. So next question, C, there are no solution to the equation 2 times to the, 0.5 to the power of x minus 1 equal to k, where k is an integer. Okay, complete the following statements. Okay, the highest possible value of k is, okay, where there is no solution, maknanya bila you draw that kind of line, k kat sini kita refer kepada line or horizontal line, horizontal line yang melalui y-axis, maknanya y equal to k lah. Okay, jadi kita nak tahu apa value of k kat sini. Paling-paling lah the highest possible value. Sampai kat situ memang tak ada solution. Okay, kalau awak buat kat sini pun still tak ada solution. Kalau you buat negative 0.7, negative 0.6, okay, negative 0.8, also no solution. Negative 0.9 is also no solution. But the question asks you the highest possible value. Okay, so we look at from the original graph here. As you can see this graph, there is asymptote when y equal to negative 1. Okay, sorry, y equal to negative 1. When the line comes here, y equal to negative 1. Okay, y equal to negative 1, y equal to negative 1. That is the highest possible value for this graph to have no solution. Okay, so the answer is negative 1. The equation of the asymptote of the graph, we know that asymptote tu macam pagar lah. Dia takkan reach pada that kind of line. Pada graph ni, kalau tengok secara kasar dia, okay, bila sampai negative 1 dia takkan reach negative 1 lah. Kalau kat sini saya besarkan graph ni memang takkan nampak lah. Dia takkan reach pun y equal to negative 1. Tengok ni, saya besarkan lagi, dia takkan reach pun y equal to negative 1. Sebab apa? Itu dia punya asymptote. Asymptote tu dia takkan reach. Bila you masukkan y equal to negative 1 dalam equation ni, okay, dia akan dapat math error. Guna calculator awak, itu menunjukkan asymptote. So the question is y equal to negative 1. Okay, that's question 3. Simplify giving your answer as a single power of 7. Single power, okay. So this part, we use the law of indices. So 5 plus 6, 11. 15 minus 5, 10. And then 49 is 7 square. And this question, and B, simplify 5x squared times 2xy to the power of 4 and then cube. So make sure, please apply the law of indices, okay. For the 5 here, 5 cube, we have to power of cube for each terms in this bracket, okay. So 5 to the power of 3, x to the power of 6, 2 times 3, we know that a to the power of b, and then c here we get a to the power of bc, means that you have to multiply the powers. Okay, so for this part, okay, the answer will be 1000 x to the power of 9, y to the power of 12. Okay, next question C, find the highest common factor of p and q. So this is p to the power of 5 times 3 cube times 7, and then q is 540. So actually, if you have this kind of calculator, okay, you can find the prime factorization of numbers. Okay, let's say I will show you 540. Okay, and then press shift here, you can see this part factor FACT, and then you press this part, you get 2 square times 3 cube times 5. Okay, for the highest common factor, we will choose the part of the same factorization, the same prime factorization for both numbers. Okay, so we have 2 square here, okay, from 2 power of 5, 2 power of 5, okay, I put into 2 square times 2 power of 3. Okay, and then we have here 2 power of 2 square, and then 3 cube, and times 5. So the same number here is 2 square times 3 cube. So that is the highest common factor, 108. Okay, and as we go to the lowest common multiple, Okay, common multiple of P and Q. So we listing all the prime factorization for each number, and then untuk soalan 4 yang ni, we choose every number yang ada. So 2 power of square, 2 cube, and then 3 cube, and then 5, and then 7. Okay, so you multiply all these numbers, and then we get 30,240. Okay, next question is, okay, this is a bit tricky question. Okay, P times R is a cube number where R is an integer. Okay, find the smallest possible value of R. Okay, for this method, I use try and error method. Okay, it's actually a bit tricky, and this is only 2 marks for you. Okay, kalau you rasa macam tak boleh nak go through, kalau soalan you rasa complicated, markah sikit, go to the next question first. Jangan habiskan masa pada soalan yang awak rasa tak boleh buat dengan markah yang sedikit. Okay, for this part I try and error. Okay, I want to find R. Okay, R is actually I get from this kind of factorization, prime factorization. Okay, so I just try one by one. 2 power of 5, 32, and I time 32 times with the number P, and still I doesn't get cube number. Okay, and the last one I got 2 square times 7, which is 98. So when I multiply 6,048 with 98, I get the cube number. Okay, for 84 cube. Okay, 6048 times with 98. So the answer here is 592,704. Okay, so this one kita cari cube root, answer, and then we get 88. That is the smallest possible value of R. Okay, this question is kind of a bit tricky for you. Okay, that is for question number 3. Continue with question 3D. Okay, factorize the following completely. For this question, x squared minus 3x minus 28. Okay, actually you can use your calculator for this kind of question. We choose a menu equation. Okay, and then we choose 2. Polynomial degree is 2. Okay, choose x squared, the coefficient is 1, and then x, the coefficient is -3, and the last one coefficient is -28. Okay, and then I get x equal to 7 and x equal to 4, -4. Okay, from these kind of roots, x equal to -4, so the part of factorization will be x plus 4. Roots x equal to 7, the part of factorization will be x minus 7. Okay, next one is 7 times a plus 2b squared plus 4a plus 2b. Okay, actually this part to make you make it more easier for you, is actually I let m equal to a plus 2b, so it will be 7m squared plus 4am. So when I factorize, I just put m outside the bracket, and then 7m plus 4a, and then the next part I substitute again m equal to m to a plus 2b. Okay, saya masukkan balik m tu lah, value m tadi, a plus 2b, and then I expand a, and then simplify, and then I get the factorization is a plus 2b times 11a plus 14b. Okay, next question. Find an expression for y in terms of x. Okay, for this kind of question, okay, awak kena simplify sehinggalah awak dapat a single power of 3 for both side. Okay, sebab apa? Because y dengan x kat sini berada pada bahagian index, pada bahagian power. Jadi bila kita nak simplify to make y as a subject, kita kena simplify until we get single power of 3. Okay, so kind of question awak kena rearrange lah, rearrange using, and then apply any law of indices that related to this kind of expression, Okay, and as we know, this part is actually 3 to the power 2x times with 3 to the power of negative 1. Okay, kita darab lah sebab dia power kat sini. Then I just rearrange. Then I get the last part, I get 3 to the power of 5x minus 1 equal to 3 to the power of 2y. Okay, bila dah dapat dalam bentuk single power of 3, then kita ambil power dia lah. Jadi 5x minus 1 equal to 2y, and then y equal to 5x minus 1 over 2. Okay, that is for question number 3. Okay, continue question number 4. The mass m kilogram of each of 40 parcel in a warehouse is recorded. The table shows information about the masses of these parcel. So we have the here we have the histogram with unequal width. Okay, so to find the frequency density is equal to frequency divided to the width class. Okay, so the width class is 1 minus 0.5, the upper minus the lower class. And then we divide it and get the frequency density, and make sure you plot and then you draw properly, neatly the bar of histogram. Okay, make sure there is no gap between the bars. Okay, next question, calculate an estimate of the mean mass of the parcel. So to calculate the mean is the total midpoint multiplied frequency divide to the total frequency. So we have to find midpoint for each class. Okay, so we can see here the midpoint is between 0.5 until 1 is 0.75. That is the midpoint. And then between 1 and 2 the midpoint is 1.5, and then 2 and 4 the midpoint is 3. Okay, so actually to calculate the midpoint is you just take the upper class 7 plus with the lower class 4 and then divide by 2. That is the midpoint of each class. Okay, so this is the midpoint of each class and the frequency. Make sure that you find the total midpoint, multiply with frequency, and then we add all these and divide with the total frequency, which is equal to 40. So actually the total here 40 pulses is actually the total frequency. Okay, and then we get 151.5 divided by 40, and the answer is 3.7875. Okay, next is a parcel is picked at random from the 40 parcels. Find the probability that this parcel has a mass of 2 kg or less. So for the mass that has 2 kg or less, you can see from this part. Okay, and then the total frequency here is 11 and also 7 and 4. So means that 11 over 40 from the 40 parcels. Okay, next question. The two parcels are picked at random without replacement from those with a mass greater than 2 kg. So total here, this is actually the total, and then will be the part of a denominator for the probability. So we just calculate the mass, the parcel that mass has greater than 2 kg, which is greater than 2 kg, which is 15 plus 10 plus 4 equal to 29. Okay, so we count the probability that one of them has a mass greater than 7 kg. Okay, and the mass that has 4 kg or less. Mass that has greater than 7 kg, this part which is 4, and the mass that has greater than the mass that has 4 and less, which is 15. Okay, so means that 4 over 29 times 15 over 28, or maybe you can choose a part of mass that less than 40 kg or less, which is 15 over 29 times 4 over 28. So part of 28 ni dia berkurang sebab without replacement you dah ambil satu akan kurang lah. So we get 15 over 203, and then we plus both, and the answer is 30 over 203. Okay, next question B. A van delivers parcel from different warehouse. The box and whisker plot shows information about the masses of the parcel in the van. So calculate the median. The median is the middle from this part of the box and plots whisker plot. this is the median, which is 4.6, and the interquartile range, you calculate the upper quartile 6.2 minus the lower quartile 3, so 3.2. Okay, two parcels are removed from the van at the first delivery. The masses of this parcel are 2.4 kilogram and 5.4 kilogram. 2.4 here and then 5.4, 5.8. Okay, what happened to the median? Okay, and then give the result, the effect that when we remove this parcel. Okay, so the median will remain the same because the parcel 2.4 kilogram is below and the parcel 5.8 kilogram is above the median. Okay, so nothing happened. So that's it for question number 4. Okay, we continue for question number 5. Given that the vector A is negative 3, 8 and vector B is 2, negative 5. Okay, find B minus A. So we take vector B minus A and we take it one by one. 2 minus negative 3, so 2 plus 3 become 5, and then negative 5 minus 8 become negative 17. Okay, so make sure you calculate one by one. 2 minus 3 and negative 5 minus 8, so we get 5, negative 17. And then 2A plus B, we multiply vector A with 2 and then we plus 2, negative 5. So this is the vectors and we get negative 4, 11. So question C means that the magnitude of vector B, so this is a formula for the magnitude vector. So we take a vector, so we take 2 in direction of x, 2 square plus negative 5 square, and then we get a square root of 4 plus 25 and set 29. So make sure your answer in decimal places. Okay, please calculate the value, don't leave your answer in terms of set. Okay, so we get 5.39. Next question number 5.2. We given that A plus KB is equal to 13m, where K and M are integers. Find the value of K and the value of M. So we substitute the vector of A, which is negative 3 and 8, and the vector of B, which is 2, negative 5. Okay, and the vector of the total vector 13, 5. Okay, and then we equate negative 3 plus 2k equal to 13, and then we get k equal to 8. And for the second part, 8 plus negative 5k equal to m. And since we already have the value for k, so we insert the value k here, and then we get m equal to negative 2. That is for question number 5a. So we continue with question number 5b. OABC, okay, OABC is a parallelogram, and O is the origin. Okay, O is the origin, so origin is 0, 0. Okay, and then M is the midpoint of B, of OB, and N is the point on AB such that AN to NB is 3 to 2. So ini dia punya ratio 3 to 2. And given that the vector OA is equal to P and the vector OC is equal to Q. Okay, since this is a parallelogram, so means that OC is parallel to AB and they have same vector, which is Q. Same goes to the vector CB. It is also P equal to the vector OA since they are parallel. Okay, so find in terms of P and Q in its simplest form. For the vector OB, we have OA plus AB. Okay, and then OA is P and then AB is Q. So P plus Q. Okay, and then vector CM. So you will choose any roots as long as the starting point is C and then the ending point is M. So let's say I choose CO plus OM. Okay, you also can choose CB plus BM. Okay, so CO is negative Q since OC is Q, and then OM is half of OB. Okay, half of OB. So OB is what is OB? We get from A. We just substitute OB into this vector. So we have negative q plus 1 over 2p plus 1 over 2q. So the vector cm is 1 over 2p minus 1 over 2q. Next is the vector mn. Okay, mn here. So I choose a root mb plus bn. Okay, since vector mb is equal to om, because m is the midpoint of OP. Okay, means that this part is equal. So the vectors also equal. Okay, so I get MB here. MB is half of OB. Okay, which is 1 over 2P plus 1 over 2Q. And BN, how about BN? BN is 2 over 5 of BA or 2 over 5 of AB. Okay, so daripada sini saya dapatkan EN is 3 over 2 daripada ratio ni. Okay, lepas tu saya dapatkan vector NB sebab saya nak BN kan. Vector NB is 2 over 5 AB. Jadi vector BN kita kena negatifkan lah. Okay, we negatifkan this part. Okay, jadi BN is equal to negative 2 over 5 AB. Okay, so I just calculate this part and then I get 1 over 2P plus 1 over 10Q. Okay, next question. CB and O and R extended to meet at D. So dipanjangkan lah. Dipanjangkan sehingga dia meet at D. Okay, so saya lukis balik lah. ON pun dipanjangkan kat sini. Okay, so inilah ON. So yang asalnya this part, this part ON. Okay. Okay, so sepanjang kat sini this part. So ON and then meet at D. So find the position vector of D in terms of P and Q. Okay, so for this question a little bit tricky, okay, but it's okay, we can calculate it. So we have to find what is vector OD. Okay, position vector means that we take a vector starting from origin O. Okay, so maknanya kat sini kalau dia minta soalan minta position vector of D, means that kita nak vector OD. O start from origin. Okay, origin, this is origin. Okay, so for this part, okay, we know that OD is actually yang ni complicated sikit lah sebab kita tak tahu what is ND and kita tak tahu apa vektor untuk BD. Okay, but for now we know that the vector OD is a scalar multiple of vector ON. Okay, sebab dia ni kan ON kan, maknanya bila dia OD ni dia parallel dengan vector ON, sebab dia selari, dia adalah collinear. Okay, bila dia collinear segaris, okay, ni collinear, they are collinear, so vector OD is a scalar multiple of vector ON. Okay, so ini yang pertama. So we have just now that vector ON adalah vector ON is 3 over 5. Okay, ON here is 3 over 5 Q. So actually we have to calculate what is a vector ON. ON is OE plus EN. Okay, kita dapatkan dulu apa vector ON. ON ialah OE plus EN. Okay, so we know that vector OE is P, and then vector EN is kalau tengok kat sini ialah 3 over 5 of AB. 3 over 5 of AB. So AB is Q. Okay, so 3 over 5 Q. Okay, so this is the vector for the first one lah, OD. So yang ni awak tak siap lagi tau, sebab kita tak tahu what is the value for the scalar multiple tu. Jadi kita kena dapatkan dulu apakah value untuk scalar multiple tadi. Okay, so next is the second vector of OD. ialah kita akan pilih bila kita nak dapatkan any value of skala multiple ni, maknanya kita kena wujudkan lagi another vector tau. Jadi vektor yang sama lah nanti kita akan equate. Jadi vektor OD yang kedua kat sini ialah kita akan choose OB, perjalanan dia ialah OB, okay, plus BD, okay, OB plus BD. Okay, so now OB, we know that OB is P plus Q from the first one tadi. OB P plus Q kat sini, okay. Jadi kita masukkanlah P plus Q. And then BD is actually, kalau tengok kat sini, CBD ni pun collinear juga. Another collinear is vector CB, okay, dengan CD lah. Jadi kat sini ialah vector CD, vector BD, BD. CB, okay, BD ni dia segaris dengan CB. Jadi BD, vektor BD adalah, let's say kita letak M, skala multiple yang lain pula, okay, M of CB. Okay, BD kat sini ni segaris lah ni. Jadi kat sini kita isilah dulu BD tu dengan MCB. MCB CB ialah P CB ialah P daripada sini. CB is P. The vector of CB is P. So I put P here. Okay, so maknanya BD ialah MP. Okay, apa yang sebenarnya dimasukkan skala multiple? Contoh kita ada vektor AB, kita letaklah vektor EF. Vektor EF ialah Q. So kita ada pula ada vektor GH. GH ialah 2Q. Kat sini kita menunjukkan dia these two vectors are parallel, dan juga dia ada skala multiple lah. Kita doublekan this value of vector. Okay, so kat sini saya dah dapatkan MP, jadi kita gantikan BD dengan vektor MP. So kita susun ikut dia punya vektor. So P plus MP, so 1 plus M P and then plus Q. Okay, so now we have two vectors of OD. We have the first one is lambda P plus 3 over 5 lambda Q. And then the second one is 1 over 1 plus MP plus Q. So daripada sini saya akan pilih Q. Sebab apa? Kita dah ada coefficient untuk Q kat sini. So saya akan equate these two vector. Okay, equate. Equate. Kita akan equate. Okay, equate coefficient tau. Coefficient tu perkali dia. Jadi this one, kenapa saya equate? Sebab dia ialah vektor yang sama, which is OD and OD. Mungkin sebab dia guna jalan yang lain. Jadi kita kena cari dululah apa benda dia punya skala multiple tu. Bila saya equate coefficient, saya dapat this one is coefficient dia 1, and this one is 3 over 5 lambda. Okay, 3 over 5 lambda. Okay, I erase sikit. Tak nampak. 3 over 5 lambda. Jadi kat sini saya akan equatekan lah. Jadi kita akan equatekan. Jadi this one 1 equate dengan 3 over 5 lambda. So I get the value for lambda is 5 over 3. So once awak dah dapat value of lambda, kita substitute dekat sini. M ni kita perlu carilah sebab kita dah dapat value lambda. Because untuk the first one ni kita ada vector OD dalam terms lambda. Jadi kita masukkan lambda dekat sini. Okay, 5 over 3P plus with 3 over 5. Gantikan lambda tu dengan 5 over 3. Okay, 5 over 3 and then Q. Okay, so we get OD, the vector OD is equal to 5 over 3P. Okay, this one ialah Q. So that is the answer for question number 5B, number 5B2. Okay, Okay, we go to question number 6. The diagram shows a quadrilateral ABCD made from two triangles ABD and BCD. Okay, show that the triangle BD is equal to 16.9. Correct one decimal place. Okay, uh, awak kena pandai bezakan either to use cosine rule or sine rule. Okay, tips untuk gunakan sine rule ialah dia mesti ada, wajib ada satu angle and its opposite length. Okay, so kalau tak ada angle and its opposite length, maknanya you tak boleh guna sine rule. So kalau kat sini kita tak adalah angle and its opposite length and also length and its opposite angle, so kita tak boleh gunakan sine rule. Jadi we have to use cosine rule. Okay, so awak tak boleh juga guna sin so toa dengan cah sebab this angle ABD ialah bukan not a right angle triangle. Okay, yang guna so toa cah tu semua untuk right angle triangle. Okay, kalau dia bukan right angle triangle, cannot use. So you kena use either sine rule or cosine rule. Okay, so now we use cosine rule. We have BD here is equal to 16 square plus 19 square minus 2 times 16 times 19 cos 57. And then we get the value for BD. Okay, 16.9. Okay, so make sure that you know to use a calculator. Let me show you to use a calculator. Okay. Okay, so we want to use a calculator. So for this part, okay, let me go first. Sorry. Okay, for this part, kena tahulah nak guna yang mana satu. So 16 square, kita dapatkan dulu plus 19 square. Okay, so hati-hati bila nak guna calculator. Times 16 times 19. Okay, and then cos 57. That is. Terus awak ambil square root. Okay, sebab kita nak square root kan. Square tu kena square root. Jadi letak answer. Kita akan dapat 16.9 cm. Okay. Next is B. Calculate the angle CBD. Okay, CBD kat sini. Okay, so sekarang ni kalau tengok kita ada satu pasangan which is angle and its opposite length. Maknanya bila ada pasangan ni kita boleh guna sine rule. Okay, so now kita kat sini dah ada 16.9. Jadi untuk dapatkan angle CBD, kita perlu cari dulu what is the angle of BCD. Okay, kita gunakan sine rule lah kat sini pasangan dia. Okay, so we use sine rule. Sin BCD, kita share angle kat sini, over 16.9 equal to sin 75 over 32. So we get the angle for BCD which is 30.7. Okay, dah dapat ni, tolong shiftkan dia lah. Okay, kita shiftkan sin and then we put 0.5101. So we get 13.7 degree. Okay, that one is for BCD lah. BCD. Jadi kita nak dapatkan CBD 180 degree minus with 75 minus with 13.7, and then we get the angle CBD is 74.3. Okay. Next is question C. Find the area of the quadrilateral of ABCD. Okay, to find the area of quadrilateral ABCD, you have to calculate two area of triangles, which is area ABD and area triangle BCD. Okay, so since this is not a right angle triangle, so you tak boleh guna formula triangle. Area of triangle 1/2 times base times height. Okay, so you kena guna sine rule, which is 1/2 AB sin C. Okay, ini formula list 1. Kita mesti gunakan part of included angle. Okay, 1/2 AB. Kalau perasan lah 1/2 AB sin C, maknanya C ni ialah included angle. Included angle tu macam mana? SAS lah. Okay, we learn from this congruent SAS, which is side angle side, side angle side. Okay, that is included angle. So for this one, ABD is 1/2 times 16 times 19 sin 57. plus with this kita akan gunakan angle this one lah, because kita ada length kat sini, and then the include angle here is 30.7. Okay, so we use 1/2 times 16.9 times 32 sin 74.3. Memang dia berkait lah jawapan soalan-soalan ni, memang berkait jawapan-jawapan tu. And then you calculate this one, you dapat the area of quadrilateral is 387.8. Okay, find the shortest distance from B to AD. From B to AD, that is the shortest distance. Okay, so the shortest distance is 1/2 times 16 times 9. The shortest distance kita kena inilah perpendicular line. Kalau shortest distance from B to AD, dia mesti ialah perpendicular line to AD. Okay, macam ni. So bila perpendicular line, automatically kita akan ada 90 degree. So bila ada 90 degree, automatically akan terhasil dua right angle triangle. Okay, so bila dia ialah right angle triangle, jadi kita boleh guna trigonometric ratio, which is so toa dengan cah. Okay, jadi kita nak dapatkan tinggi ni, inilah shortest distance dia. Okay, kita dapatkan tinggi ni, kita guna sin, which is sin 57 equal to the opposite length, which is the distance from B to AD, bahagi dengan hypotenuse, we have 16. Okay, tak boleh guna 19 ni. 19 ni ialah length untuk AD. Awak tak boleh bajet dia. Bila you letak this line, automatically AD ni boleh bahagi dua. Okay, tak boleh itu tak betul lah kat situ. Dia tak boleh bahagi dua macam tu je. Dah tak boleh guna lah trigonometric ratios. Jadi tak boleh guna trigonometric ratio, tak boleh guna Pythagoras theorem. Okay, so sebab kita dah ada angle dan ada hypotenuse, so kita guna trigo ratio. Jadi kat sini kita dapat height dia 13.4 meter. Okay, that is wonderful question number